All right, we're back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. I want to give you a round of applause, my brother.
Let's go.
How you feeling today, bro?
Jmack experience.
We here. Episode 111. This is a fucking special one for me, bro. Not for nothing.
Word. Appreciate
You know what I mean?
that. And we've been trying to set it up for a while, too.
Big facts. You back in town. You only here for a little bit, or you? Yeah.
Back and forth to Atlanta since March. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be back on the 2nd.
I like it. So this is special right here.
Yeah.
Made some time for the Jmack experience.
Word.
We here at Conversation Studio. Yo, we're going to get into the intro real quick, and we'll be right back. Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace. Once again, it's an honor to have you on the show, my brother. I want to give you another round of applause. Thank you so much for coming through, man. Real talk. You know, I got to give you your flowers, man, because you're one of them ones, man.
Appreciate that. Definitely.
You know what I mean? You've been doing it for a while.
Little bit.
You know, we got to pay the respects today.
It's like they don't believe me, or I don't know. When I tell them I've been doing it for over 30 years, it's like, why would I even tell them that?
That's a
because
fact.
They don't even know how to take that. Because they're like, how? You look like you're 30-something.
It's the Southside Smoothie, the organic vibes, you feel me? Yo, we got some special flavors today. I want to get the sponsors out of the way. Matter of fact, before we begin, we got Vitamin Energy, Black Sheep Sea Moss, and now we got the Southside Smoothies on deck. I can't wait to try this. So this right here, this is like a limited edition, correct?
It's not a limited edition. It's just something new that I got the idea to do. And it's called the Black God. It's a smoothie that has blackberries, pineapple, ginger, sea moss, and activated charcoal to make it black. And activated charcoal, what it does is it binds the toxins together. So when they're released from your body.
Oh, this is different. Before we get to what you're doing now, you know what I'm saying? I want to start from the very beginning. You know what I mean? So for those who are not familiar, which they should be, what's your name and where are you from?
Krook Rock, Krook with a K, R-O-O-K, R-O-C-K. Born and raised in Providence, Broad Street, right in the South Side. Like literally born in the South Side, you know what I mean?
Whereabouts on the South Side? Because you know we got Elmwood Ave, we got Broad.
Yeah, Elmwood Ave is West End.
Okay, still considered West End. So you putting me on. You know I'm originally from Queens, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, so Elmwood Ave is West End. But you know, once you go from Elmwood towards Broad Street, then it's South Side.
Okay, got you. So my palante, I got you. Now, what was it like for you growing up more or less on the South Side of Providence? Back in the day?
Well, you know, we was one of the few and only maybe Dominican families to move into the block that I moved into. We had blacks on one side and white on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, había blanquito para allá. There was
white people? Oh, yeah. The last of them, we got rid of.
Yo, that's crazy.
They chose to leave. They didn't like, you know, we're cultural. We're live. Yeah. We're, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're excited about life.
Yeah.
And it seems disturbing to the people who don't get it that, you know, we can just be happy even if we're poor.
That's a fact. You know it bothers them, right?
Yeah.
How can they be so happy?
You know what I mean? Like,
turn the music down.
Let's get out of here where we could be miserable in peace. You know what I mean?
I feel we're going to Coventry. So back then, like more or less, because you say you was one of the few Dominican families. So are we saying that more or less like Broad Street wasn't the way it is now? Like no chimney trucks?
Of course.
None of that? That's crazy. What year we talking more or less? What years was this?
We're talking about 79, 80.
Yeah, you bringing us back.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
80, when I was in you know, my first grade and shit.
He was a little jit. That's the new shit they say now.
That's not new. That's old. That comes from the South. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Florida mainly was the ones who started that jit, you know.
Bullshit.
Because my man lives out there and he used to say that all the time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, what was you saying?
In the 80s.
So I was like, ESL, because I was, raised by Dominican parents that didn't know English.
Yeah.
So my first language is Spanish.
Right.
Even though I was born in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? So them first years, it was mostly Spanish.
Gotcha.
Then because of school, is where we, got to really learn English, even though we was, watching some TV and stuff like that. And, but it was wild, different back then. Like I said, the mix of white and blacks, and then you had the Asians and the Puerto Ricans. There was very few Guats, but they was all also showing up when we were showing up.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So could we say that there was more Puerto Ricans than Dominicans back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh
definitely,
shit, that's crazy.
Definitely was more Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Ricans ended up actually leaving. A lot of Puerto Ricans seem to have left as the Dominican population grew. And a lot of them went to Springfield,
Lawrence,
Fall River,
right.
New Bedford.
Yeah. That's how it was in the city too. Not for nothing. Like bodegas, we had that shit on Smash in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And then all the Dominicans came and took that shit over. Switched up.
It's weird though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just. I think that when you're here long enough, you'll find more opportunities.
Exactly.
So the bodega lifestyle might have been the first thing that works. That's easy. And then you find more opportunities, and then you move on from the bodega.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Unless you love that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit ain't easy working in a bodega.
No,
bro.
I mean,
that's just around the clock, bro.
Yeah, and then you get the people are stealing from you, and people that you treat with respect.
Right.
And it's bad because then it's like I can't trust nobody because the people I think was trustworthy weren't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So like more or less what I want to get to is like growing up more or less, did you come from a single parent household? Did you face any trials and tribulations?
Nah, we grew up, parents both were together, you know what I'm saying? They had their ongoing issues throughout, you know what I'm saying?
Just like every Spanish family.
Right. So, but Pops is still at the house to this day, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So he never left the crib, you know what I mean? So we always had mom and pops. But we didn't grow up having stuff. You know what I'm saying? We had a roof over our head. We had food every day. Mom's cooked every day. No matter when she worked, she gonna come home straight to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Saliendo todos los días to eat out. This didn't exist back then.
That don't exist. My parents still don't eat out. You could try to invite them, and they still don't want to go.
Yeah, nah, it's not like that home cooked food.
Everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I like it.
And so we grew up in poverty, more or less, but with opportunities that were allowed to people back then. You know what I'm saying? That they were able to get a house. You know what I'm saying? And end up paying it off and everything like that. So they had them opportunities, and just us being secured with a roof and getting fed every day that allowed us to go to school, focus on what we were supposed to do.
So pretty much you had the essentials, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Good parents, hardworking parents.
We was just hungry sometimes. You know, you want a snack at night, and there's no snacks, there's no cereal.
Yeah.
Or there's cereal, but there's no milk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's bread, but there's no cheese.
Trust me, I know, you gotta inventar shit, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Frying salamis and stuff like that, making fried salami sandwich.
Arroz con, they do arroz con huevo. We big on that, Puerto Ricans. Si no hay carne, that's what we do. Con ketchup.
The Dominicans back home do that.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? But here, nah.
Oh, okay.
Because they get accustomed to the American stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
I like it. So now, more or less, you started doing music early on, right? Who inspired you at that time? Because we're talking about, when you was coming up, there wasn't like everybody's a fucking rapper now. Let's just get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does music. Back in the day, it was different. Not everybody did music.
Right.
So who inspired you early on to, start writing and want to create your own style? And
first I fell in love with hip hop. Okay. You know what I'm saying? From the minute I heard it, wicked.
Yeah. Bring it back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I heard that, you know, Planet Rock, all the original joints, you know what I'm saying?
Africa Bombada, all that shit.
We loved it. We loved it. You know what I'm saying? Slick Rick, Run DMC. I used to sit in the crib in the dark by the radio listening to, you know what I mean? Run DMC Christmas rap when it was Christmas time, and they came out with a Christmas
in Hollis, Queens.
You know
Mom's cooking with greens. We bringing it back.
Like I was hearing that on the radio
that's crazy
when it came out.
Y'all had a radio station at that time, hip hop radio station.
It was a college radio station.
Oh, okay, so got you.
Certain times they would play stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Slick Rick, the show, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the love of hip hop, and it just then we had friends that we all seemed to love hip hop, and a homie, my boy Lou from Tampa. He live in Tampa now, but he's originally from Newark, and he moved to Providence, and he loved hip hop.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And we loved hip hop, so we used to he used to think because he was from out there that he knew more than us. But we were pretty much all hip to the same stuff, but you know. Just by him coming into the crew made the love of it even stronger.
More authentic.
Yeah, because now we don't just play it, we talk about it.
Right.
You know, we talk about different artists, we talk about different things in hip hop. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And someone could relate to it. You know what I'm saying? They from the essence too.
So you know, so it started that there was a rapper named Double J.
Nice.
In middle school, I was already in high school. My brother was still in middle school, Merck.
Shout outs to Merck, man.
Merck was still in middle school.
That's crazy.
And they came home talking about how this one Puerto Rican rapper was so whack and this and that. But I think they were hating on him just because he was a Puerto Rican rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
So, you know, because that's how it is, you know? So, so, you know, so they come, this dude was so whack. Maybe he was whack though. You know what I'm saying? And they just clowning the dude. And now it was like, let's write a song dissing him. Like,
that's how it started. Okay.
Just like that. And then all of a sudden we go to start writing. But we're like, yeah, man, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nobody. We ain't gonna diss him. We decided to diss all the rappers that was out that we didn't like.
In the game. Got you. Yeah.
And there was a lot of whack rappers. Whack rappers have always been around.
Facts,
People have been investing in whack shit for a while.
I mean, that's how commercial records, they all kind of garbage if you think about it.
So there was guys that was you know what I'm saying? But they weren't really nothing special, and that's why they didn't last.
Right.
But they had a moment real quick.
Right. Like Vanilla Ice.
You know, well, Vanilla Ice is actually bigger than a lot of these guys I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about cats that didn't have no hits.
Gotcha, okay.
Records came out, but there was really no hit.
It didn't catch.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we was dissing rappers like that. And then from that, just kept writing. And then I got excited about it. My boy and me started, but I just passed him. I just kept writing.
Oh, he was on it.
Yeah, and he was like, he couldn't catch up. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I'm not really into it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just having fun with it. It's a hobby.
So, you know.
He like, it's a motherfucking lifestyle.
You know what I mean? That's it. I'm hooked. I'm rapping now, but I didn't even know how to rap on beat in the beginning.
But listen, I wanna like stop right there because this is before not everybody had a studio in their house at this time.
Yeah, we just had
talking cassette decks and shit like that.
We had like 2 different turntables, a amp, a mixer.
Little mic.
It was a Frankenstein system. You know
it was crazy.
My boy had this, we had this, you know what I'm saying? And then we put all our stuff together to make one system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. It's crazy how you...
That's hip-hop.
Where it is now, right? Yeah. Like the way it evolved. All right, so you started more or less perfecting your craft, we could say, right? Writing and shit.
It took me a while, like I said, to learn to rap on beat.
And then...
probably a year.
Even though like you were a student of the game more or less, because, first you fell in love with hip-hop, like how did growing up on the south side of Providence influence your music and your style in particular?
Well, we were always going to New York all the time, So my godmother lives my godmother and my aunt both live in Yonkers. So we would go to Yonkers every year.
Oh,
shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably a few times a year.
And that's right next to the Bronx, too.
And, and when we would go to New York, my cousins would always put us on.
Yeah.
Some new stuff is out. Like,
shit. Ron G.
Yo, check this out. BDP, The Bridge is Over.
Yeah.
When I heard that for the first time, I still have that memory of hearing that for the first time.
That's crazy.
And the excitement of taking the tape back with us. You know what I'm saying? So there was like a lot of influence that came through that because I was always connected to the exclusive hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And just in the streets here, there was a lot of graffiti, which was my first love of hip hop and the first element of hip hop that I practiced besides breaking was graffiti, you know what I'm saying? So I was inspired by the graffiti and just the music in general. So it just started to become hip hop all around. Like everybody was becoming hip hop. You know
I heard, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard a lot of people that did graffiti back in the day, they used to come from New York over here to tag and shit like that on the train yards and shit.
A lot of the most famous crews used to come down here too. Futura 2000 had some shit down here. Then you had Vase came over here. Scene had been down here.
Tats Crew?
Tats Crew. No, not Cope. Tats Crew, but TC5. Yeah. It was like New York, but Rhode Island. They always been connected to Rhode Island. Right. And they mostly stay here.
Got you. Okay.
But graffiti was it for me. Like that was my favorite thing. You know what I'm saying? Originally.
So that was your first passion, more or less, right? Doing graffiti
in hip hop, because it was the first thing that I was able to actually do and like be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is like you said, everybody's a rapper now. But everybody can't be a graffiti artist.
That's a fact. Yeah, you can't got it, you don't.
You can't fake. That's a graffiti artist. Yeah, show me.
Yeah. Can you draw for real?
You know what I mean?
I got you. Now, like when you write your music, right? What message are you trying to deliver through your lyrics? Because I know you got that positive flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
it's always motivation, dropping knowledge, being slick. You know what I'm saying? Being lyrical. The wordplay is like you inspire and you teach, you know, because rap is game. Let me rap with you. That's what they used to say. Yeah. Hey, let's rap over here. Fact. You know what I'm saying? That means we're gonna talk. Right. We're gonna talk some game. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. So rapping is supposed to be like you really telling somebody something,
so they can learn, right?
Right. Yeah. So a lot of these so-called rappers today, all they're doing is saying phrases of stuff.
And shit that don't make sense.
You know what I'm saying? They're just saying stuff, but they're not really rapping to us. You're not really talking to us. Right. Like you ain't telling us something we need to hear.
Exactly.
Like this is a conversation I could have went without. Right. Like if it was somebody that you knew, like you went to a homie and he said all the stuff that some of these rappers be saying, you'd be like, man, I can't mess with this dude.
Exactly.
He's lost. He's fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's talking all this craziness. He's not living that. Why? You know what I'm saying? People get away with that, but back in the days,
you had to live that shit.
You couldn't get away with it.
Yeah, because you had to be outside. You couldn't hide behind a fucking
the
computer.
thing is that your own boys wouldn't let you get away with it. Never mind the public.
That's a fact.
Now the homies are letting their boy get away with it. They're all cowards. Yeah. They're all cowards and they're all emotional. Yeah. So if they tell their boy, yo, you shouldn't do it, you're going to get all emotional on him instead of taking it as proper criticism like we did.
Right.
Like all we did was diss each other.
Hell yeah, snap jokes. Yeah.
So if
your mama's so fat,
you wore something that got, roasted, you never wear it again.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
we had tough skin. We had tougher skin.
It still molds you to become better.
Right.
To become, sharper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you have that thick skin, like you said, then you can take what they give, because they're allowing you to give it to them too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember when some guys used to get real offended because they didn't have a get back. Yeah. And it took them time to learn how to get back.
Or they'll be like, you want to fight? You know you got them good. They're like, you do want to fight?
Nah. We never, not with my crew, we never went there.
Yo, we used to go at it.
Comedians. Like everybody was just, it was just funny like that.
We used to slap box and shit though. That was our shit growing up.
We used to, we used to do that too. You know what I'm saying? It's,
Growing up is kid shit. It's kid shit.
I mean, it's not even just kid shit. It's man shit.
Yeah.
Because you're preparing yourself to be a man. You have to defend yourself in this world.
Yeah.
And with your friends, you get a chance to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? To practice like that. So when you get in a situation, you ready. Now these guys ain't even doing that.
They ain't even got. They quick to shoot. Everybody's trying to shoot you now.
Because they're afraid to get beat up.
Yeah. And we used to shake hands and all that.
Exactly. Back in the days, we'd get beat up. Somebody would get beat up in the crew. And we all walk away as men. Yeah. And respecting each other. Even if the dude got beat up, they would still respect because he stood up for himself. He still went and didn't cower out.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. We had different principles, safe to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a whole nother era. Now, speaking of that, in a world full of trends, right? And like we were just saying before, it lacks originality. A lot of music lacks originality right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you stay grounded and authentic within, you know, when you put out your music and staying true pretty much to the essence of hip hop?
Mainly by not trying.
Okay.
My thing is to experience life.
Gotcha.
So as long as I'm experiencing life, I'm traveling, I'm going to other countries and other states, and I'm grinding in different places and doing all these things, I'm going to always be inspired.
Gotcha.
So I don't need to keep trying and keep recording and keep trying and doing this and doing that and or even listening to anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at life. Yeah. My inspiration is the life that I live, the things that I see, my experiences. You know what I'm saying? So when I go to create, that's what I'm putting down, is that experience. You know what I'm saying?
You're not making shit up out the blue.
I mean, it's not out the blue. It can be something. I've written songs like in 10 minutes. Like,
damn.
But we're not talking about a rap song. We're talking about like more of a singing type of
melodies and shit like that.
Rap type, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or like, because sometimes you don't have to think, especially when you're doing rap, like when I'm being real lyrical, wordplay, you know what I'm saying, and all that, then I take more time, obviously, because you have to find the right words that match and make sense.
And construct it.
Not just match, but make sense.
Exactly.
You know exactly. So, you know, you take more time with that. But with singing, if I'm writing a song, it's whatever comes to my mind. Yeah. I got so many experiences that I just think of an experience and then I just write it. Yeah. And then I just keep going on.
It just flows, right?
It just flows. Yeah. And it's easy to put a rhyme together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really all about the melody and the beat when it's like a singing song.
Exactly. Now, you know why I'm talking about all this, to be honest? Because Temperamento was on the show and he gave you mad props, bro. Not for nothing. He was saying like you were one of the originals that started the music out here in Rhode Island. Yeah, and that was love right there. You know what I'm saying? Because Temperamento's one of them guys too.
I'm the original pioneer of Latino hip hop rapper on stages. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing the thing out here. Promo tapes, performances, releases, you know what I mean? Like I was mentioned in The Source back in 98.
That's crazy. Oh, we gotta talk about that.
You know, so
this was on
Temperamento, you know, we were very close. When I got out the joint, you know what I'm saying? He heard I had got out. Okay. He knew about me. He knew I got out. He used to come by my house, leaving his phone number. Oh, can you tell him to call me?
Oh, you know shit. That's crazy.
This kid, Christian, he left his number and he said he's a rapper and he wants you to call him. You know what I'm saying? And then once we got together, you know, he had high respect for me already. He regarded me highly already. And then when I heard him spit, then it was a mutual respect off rip. You know what I'm saying? So we got so much music together.
That has?
Yeah.
Like unreleased shit? A lot of unreleased?
I'm talking about album worth.
Oh shit, I need an exclusive, bro.
But the thing is, you know, he changed his life and everything like that. Right. And a lot of the songs back then.
That's respect right there.
We doing the earthly, you know what I'm saying?
So you don't release them at all? You won't release them?
Well, there's actually a record that's out and he called me about it because one of the songs that we recorded back in the days, and it was like a dembo, and he it was just released. And he's like, yo, what's up with this record? Who put it out? You put this out? Because, you know, he's talking about sex and stuff like that.
So it got leaked. It literally got leaked.
It got leaked. Somebody put it out. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the record?
Man,
I need an exclusive, man. Give me an exclusive on the Jmack experience.
I gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had forgot the record existed.
This is recent right now that this was just released? Like that it got leaked?
The past couple years.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, I did the beat and I think I did the chorus and he did the rhymes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I forgot all about the record.
Did Merc at this time, let's talk real quick because we gotta give him respect. The Boiler Room, right? If not the best studio in Rhode Island, you know what I'm saying? I took my hat to him. Were you guys recording with Merc at the time or you used to go somewhere else?
So we were recording with Merc and also at another place, which was the original Danger Studios.
Yeah.
It was a spot where we recorded most of my stuff in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then when I got out, I recorded a few times over there. I brought Temperamento over there.
Where's that? Where was that at? Where was that
right
at?
on the south side.
On the south side,
Sale Street. Sale Street and Car Hill. We recorded, many sessions, crazy sessions over there. With Temperamento there.
That's
and then
crazy.
then when Merc started getting everything together, you know what I'm saying? Where he had the setup, had the booth and all that, then we just started doing it.
And that's your brother, right?
That's
So
my
like
brother,
you got free studio time more or less.
When we started together. When I told you we had the Frankenstein system. It was me, him, and
you know, we was talking a little bit last night. You were telling me that before you started doing music also, because you did all the elements more or less, right? Breakdancing. You was a DJ first.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that.
But that's what I'm saying. We started off as DJs.
Yeah.
So me, my brother, all of us was DJing. Then I just started writing, but I was a DJ and a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
So I was still doing gigs, you know what I'm saying?
What was your DJ name?
Well, it was originally in the early 90s was Dark Vader.
Darth Vader, I am your father.
No, Dark. Not Dark Vader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was inspired by Star Wars, right? More or less. Okay, gotcha.
And I would DJ and I would have the Star Wars with the Darth Vader picture.
Yeah, that's lit.
But then when I became Krook, as a graffiti artist, I got famous as Krook.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody started respecting me as Krook, as a graffiti artist.
You were making a name more or less.
Right.
Okay.
So now my name became Krook, that everybody knew as Krook. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm Krook, so DJ Krook. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And then when did you add on The Rock? The Krook Rock?
The Rock, because, there had to be a distinguished, you know what I'm saying, thing about Krook, because I'm not just any Krook. You know what I'm saying? And I'm solid. So, you know what I'm saying? So
I like it.
Added The Rock to it to distinguish me from any other Krook. So
you're giving us game.
Any Krooks out there, you know what I'm saying, they ain't Krook Rock.
Right.
I'm the only Krook Rock, and I'll go against anybody to the death of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're the original.
I'm the original. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. So what keeps you going like after all these years? Because, you've seen it all evolve more or less, right? We talking the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. After all these years like doing music and, witnessing how hip hop has changed or where it is now, like what keeps you going?
Purpose. When you real hip hop, you just still remain real hip hop. So whoever lost it, forgot about it, stopped doing it, they never really was real hip hop. Because real hip hop is for life. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain level of hip hop that you reach that there's no way you can't turn back from that level.
This shit's a lifestyle.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what's going on in the game, you're gonna hip hop. You're gonna keep hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be in you. You're gonna find a way to create. You're gonna find a way to enjoy it, to study it, to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what we do. You know what I mean? Like with the fashion, I'm in the fashion game.
Yeah, let's talk about the merch. Let's talk about the merch. You got your own shit, yeah?
So I go up and down the East Coast and I sell my merch. You know what I'm saying? I do pop-ups in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be at gas stations, putting over, and people be buying shit off us. You know what I'm saying? Girls, guys.
We got to talk about the CDs. Yeah. Now, we were talking about this, earlier, but like the CD game, everybody says, I don't even got a CD player. You know what I'm saying? Like you still push it.
They got a cheap car. because they got a cheap car. Their car is so cheap that it doesn't even have a CD player in
it's
it.
crazy,
you know what I mean?
bro.
Because all the Benzes that come out and all the BMWs and the Cadillac Escalade of today has a CD player in it. So
That's
don't try to talk like, oh, like it's whack to have a CD player. No, you're whack because you don't have a CD player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't decide, you know what? I want to listen to my Nas tape. You know what I'm saying? And say, you know what? I'm in the mood to listen to Nas all week. So I'm going to grab my CD from my collection, go pop it in the whip, and rock that joint for a whole week.
Yo, I still got CDs on the visor, bro. Remember the visor with all the CDs and shit? And then they had the book back in the day.
It's just, and it's uninterrupted. And the CD quality is better than MP3 quality. They have to squeeze the music to put it on these servers, so many songs. So they can't give the high quality that you would get on a CD.
Oh, I didn't even know that. You put me on.
Of course you didn't know that. Because it's not, because technology makes you think that you're following technology means that you're ahead. So the person who's still on CDs, he's behind.
They try to make you feel like you old or some shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's all psychological.
Outdated.
But what happens with this is that now everything that you listen to, they know that you listen to it. They're following you. They're hearing you. They know what you're all about. So they can sell you things. So they could sell you ideas. So they could sell you products. They want to know everything that you're doing.
It's all marketing.
So people think that they got a freedom from hearing music for free and doing all this. But nobody documents when you listen to a CD.
That's a fact.
There is no documentation that you listen to a CD. That CD could have been talking some knowledge and game or real deep stuff on that CD, and they don't know that you're listening to it. But if you think you're going to listen to every audiobook and every podcast and every, documentary on YouTube, all that, they know everything that you're consuming.
They're keeping records, That's why, speaking of that, when you go on your phone and you start seeing different ads and shit like that, because they got records of everything you're looking at and doing.
Pretty much. And then you end up buying stuff because it is something that you're interested in.
Yeah.
And they got you.
The power of marketing.
Because they know what you're into. They know what you be looking at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, I know you've done like a lot of work in the community. You know what I'm saying? How do you see the connection between hip hop, activism, and giving back?
Well, hip hop was giving back. It got started as a give back. You know what I'm saying? Like
free game.
We giving each other a vibe. You know what I'm saying? The DJ wanted to play the music and the crowd gave him back the energy. We love this. So he wanted to keep giving it back to them because they kept giving him the approval that we rock with this. What you're doing right here is everything to us. So it became, I feed you, you feed me, and together, with only us, we are doing something that has us feeling elated. You know the feeling to be able to feel that great without $1 in your pocket and nothing to your name. But at that moment, in them nights, people had the time of their life that they remembered all through their life. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop was created off of the poverty. And so we always knew that we had to give because we knew that we always was without. So we can't forget ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we have to keep giving back because this is how hip hop started. It started from us not having nothing.
Yeah.
And from us to be able to now have something off of hip hop is almost like a duty to keep giving, especially the youth that are impoverished are going to be the creators. They're going to be the inventors, even though they're poor.
Yeah, you're passing it on, more or less.
You know, it's in the DNA, man.
Yeah.
You know?
This goes back to our roots.
We just create. We don't need anything to create amazing things. The indigenous man, the brown man, the original man that tilled the lands, you know what I'm saying? Like, we created everything.
Yeah.
All these dances, every year, every few years, there's a new dance wave. It hasn't stopped.
It just keeps going.
it keeps going. You know what I mean?
How about like, because you say you be traveling, right? So now I want to get to Southside Smoothie. When did you decide, you did the music thing and all that? Obviously, you've been an entrepreneur because it goes hand in hand with music, right? We're entrepreneurs. You do music, you're selling yourself, you're trying to get out there. But like, when did you decide, you know what? I want to start the health is wealth journey. I want to do a smoothie and I want to put it together. When did that come about?
So that takes a rewind story. Right?
Tell us.
Because first, I'm locked up doing a bid in the late 90s to 2002 or whatever, and I'm getting in shape. I'm worried about my health. Then I start studying health while I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And so learning things, as soon as I came out, I started to live a healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Because your temple, right? You got to keep your temple right
so it
first.
was a spiritual thing and also a scientific thing based on food and what I learned, right? So now that's in me, installed in me. Now the second phase is when the mixtape game, when I started selling mixtapes all over, right? So during the mixtape runs, when I used to go to Philly, and I got a lot of knowledge of self from Philly because I used to go to this bookstore, Black and Nobel, that had all the books, all the knowledge, like all type of joints, you know what I'm saying, that I never seen before. So I'm buying books from there, reading, buying more stuff. They're the ones that put me on to Seymour over 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh shoot, like they were all hyping it, and then we had it, me and the guy, we drank it, and it was like we had a meal. You know what I'm saying? And it was good, and it gave us energy and everything. You know what I'm saying? Now it was like every time we wanted to go back so we could get some of that Seymour's. You know what I'm saying? And we would make sure, oh shoot, as soon as we get there, yo, you got the Seymour's drink? You got the Seymour's drink? So this was like about 12, 13 years ago.
And pretty much nobody really knew about it, is what you're saying.
Nobody knew.
Right?
They was talking about it in Philly for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is early. And then so as I've been on these travels, I was in Atlanta promoting the organic vibes out there, and I met this dude, saw the van, saw the promotion on there, gave us a flyer. He had a shop and he sold Seymour's. And I'm like, you got Seymour's drinks? He's like, yeah. At your shop? He's like, yeah. He's like, where you going? He said, yeah, I'm gonna go back over there now. I was like, all right, we heading over there. You know what I'm saying? So we met up with the guy. We bought some Seymour's drinks. Then he told us that, he also distributes and all that. Right. And we just hit it off. Me and him became mad cool.
All right. So, do you want to shout him out? What's his name?
Tajani.
Shout out to him.
Chef Tajani. Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like we build a lot, and he's taught me a lot. He's the man. He has his own products that he makes, and I started off selling his stuff.
Okay. I like you giving credit where it's due, because somebody else would be like, nah, I did this shit myself. You know what I'm saying?
I had to get put on. First, somebody put me on to the Seymour's. Then I fell in love with it. Then having somebody that actually supplies it, you know what I'm saying? Even though my guy in Philly ended up becoming a supplier as well, it just so happens that I'm in Atlanta and I make this relationship.
How long ago was this, more or less, when you went to Atlanta and all that stuff? How long ago was that?
Around about 4 years ago.
Oh, like 4 years. Okay, so around the pandemic, more or less.
Yeah, like right around the pandemic, before the pandemic.
All right.
Then after the pandemic was when I decided to do it, because after I found a situation on Broad Street where there was an empty spot in a restaurant.
I wanted to talk smoothies. About that. Okay, gotcha.
So I used to go in there to buy food.
Yeah.
Because they had an African Jamaican food in there. I go in there to buy food, and I'm like, where's the smoothie guy? Why the guy, when's he coming?
He was never there.
He was never there. And it was because of the pandemic messed them up. And he's from Boston. So he didn't want to take the ride. He didn't think that they were going to be doing well. So so he wasn't showing up. So I was like, what's up? Rent me that, though. And then he's like,
that's how
I rent it to you. You know what I'm saying? And I figured, I got to connect with the Seymour's. I could be the first one over here selling Seymour's like publicly like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was a no-brainer. And so as soon as homeboy told me to rent it to me, I started promoting, and like it was not even a month, and we opened up. We had a successful first day.
Business was booming.
Yes. First day, we sold over 100 smoothies.
Damn.
All day, you know what I'm saying? And it was been a hit ever since because people love the smoothies, not just the taste of it, but with the sea moss, people are activating something in their bodies that wasn't being activated. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they feel the difference, you know. So when people started drinking it 2 or 3 times a week, they would realize, yo, this thing really gives me energy. It really gets me right all day, you know what I'm saying? And sexual performance, just all around energy, mood, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
You know, it's helping the people. I say, you know what? The CDs got me into selling from going city to city and always moving around to now I could do the same thing with smoothies because it's the same thing. I'm selling something that the people are looking for.
Which smoothies are like a must try? I know you're probably gonna say all of them, but like, which is the one that like a fan favorite that people really love and like it sells out the most?
I mean, I can't.
This is fire.
I can't tell you a lie, right? So I have the proof. You know what I'm saying? So when you know you have a POS system and stuff, and everybody's buying at the end of the month, you have a list of what sold the most.
Got you.
So my Caribbean Blast smoothie, which is mango, pineapple, passion fruit,
that shit sounds good.
Ginger, banana, agave, sea moss. That's my top seller.
Top seller.
Always. Consistently my top seller. So when I make smoothies, I always make more of those.
Okay.
Because they always be the first ones to sell out. And then the Red Mystique, which is similar to that, but it's wild blueberries, pineapple, passion fruit, ginger.
That shit sounds good. I like it.
So, you know, but I've since made, I got about 20 different smoothie recipes. Yeah. And I normally run like 10 of them every week. And pretty much they all sell out.
Now, how do you think of the names? Because this one is Black God, which I found very interesting. How do you think of these names, like as you do them? This is fire, bro.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what I'm saying? A graffiti artist, a rap artist, just all around artist. So, you know, to do something plain is just not normal for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just thought it would be creative and I started giving these names to them. I don't know why. I mean, there's other shops that have names for their drinks. Yeah. So I just started to get creative with the names. So, you know, we got Black God based off using the charcoal. Charcoal is carbon. That's a water sop, which is watermelon and sour sop.
Yeah, I gotta try this shit too. It should look good.
And like I said, Caribbean Blast, the Red Mystique. I got one, James Earthy. Pina Mosada.
Pina Mosada?
Yep.
I'm assuming that's all pineapple more or less, right?
Yep. It's a pina colada, but with sea moss in it.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Now, what happened to, you still doing the chess thing? Remember you had the chess tournament?
Chess club. Well, right now I'm working on establishing one in Atlanta. The school season just started recently. I got some people that are in the school system down there, so I'm linking up with some people this month and trying to see if we establish a club at least one time a week over there since I'm over there. Over here, it's hard to find volunteers. I've been doing this for 7 years, 8 years, and volunteers are hard to come by, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully Atlanta will be different. Maybe we'll get plenty of volunteers to come through and spend time with the kids, you know, for an hour, you know. That's all it is, man. It's like, why, you know, spend time with some youth that need male guidance, male presence that are positive. Because when we're there, the whole thing about the chess club is that we're playing with them and we're teaching them the game, but we're also teaching them how the game relates to life. And we talk to them, we ask them questions about how they're doing at school, and you know, and they open up to us because we're not just there to teach them. We have fun with them. We show them respect and
make it friendly,
you know, and encourage them and make them believe that they, you know, the world is theirs and that they could do whatever they want. We treat them like we see their potential to be great. You know what I'm saying?
As equals too.
As equals, because when you play chess, you could be 20 years younger than me and destroy me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some people that are nasty with chess, bro.
Right. So age don't even matter when it comes to chess.
Now, have you ever considered putting these smoothies in like supermarkets and like major retailers and stuff like that?
No, because I would have to change things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna add preservatives. So my thing is we have a brick and mortar. When we reopen again, you come to our spot to get my smoothie.
Gotcha.
You're not gonna get them somewhere else, and then now it has other ingredients in that take away.
They water it down more or less, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then they add preservatives, and when you add preservatives, now it's not the same natural product. Effective. It's not the same natural product. You know what I'm saying?
What? Speaking of that, what happened to the storefront? Because you was doing good over there.
Well, we were doing good, but not enough repeat business due to the parking situation. And a smoothie is something that shouldn't take you 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you have to park down the street after you wasted time because you didn't find parking, now you got to turn around and do all this other stuff to park. Then since you're already there, you do it that time. Yeah. Right? You get your smoothie, you're happy about your smoothie, but then you're like, next time you're like, damn, I don't want to go
too much work.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I noticed,
crazy.
that I wasn't getting the repeat business, even though we were 4.9 rated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With 100 and something reviews.
Nice.
So we know that, and we did have our regulars that were from the hood that didn't mind the parking and all that stuff because they really was like killing time anyway.
Right.
So they'll come and hang out for like an hour every day.
Gotcha, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And buy smoothies every day. And they loved it. We had people that came like consistently. I need that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we knew that we were definitely impacting people. So it's like, all right, we got to get out of here because this ain't the right situation. And
so it's just the location, more or less, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the location, the parking. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And now it's just like we looking at other locations, and if there's no parking, I'm not in it.
So you right now, so you switched, so you end up closing the storefront, correct? And now you went completely mobile, right?
Mobile delivery. So yeah,
that's lit.
So I do the mobile delivery on the go. So if I'm in Rhode Island, I'm doing it here. If I'm in Atlanta, I'm doing it there. If I go to Tampa, I'm doing it there.
Yeah.
If I'm anywhere in the U.S., I'm bringing smoothies with me.
That's dope. I like the grind. This is fire.
I show up with smoothies anywhere and everywhere. I always got them. There's always a cooler close by.
What's your to-go-to spots like when you're in Rhode Island?
I mean, I do the barbershops.
Oh, you do the barbershops.
My whole approach is mostly the barbershops because they're the ones who need it the most.
Yeah.
They can't leave unless they want to lose money.
Yeah.
So they try to stay there all day. Some barbers don't eat all day just because it's a Friday and it's nonstop, or it's a Saturday. So when I come through and I bring the Seymour smoothie, it's filling them with all the nutrients that they need for the day, first of all. You know what I'm saying? So it gives them energy. They're up on their feet. Some of them even be drinking and be groggy the next day. They be like, yo, I need that.
It gives you that boost.
They be like, yo, that thing cured me. Like I was a little didn't think I was going to make my next gig. But yo, I drank the smoothie. That thing turned me up. I went to DJ at night. You know what I'm saying? So the barbers are my main clientele. And I just go all over. I go to East Providence, Pawtucket, North End, Cranston, Park Ave, Rose Square.
So pretty much the bar. Now, I see you going back and forth a lot to Atlanta, which is what you were saying before. Like, are you thinking about maybe opening a spot over there?
Of course.
We got to get an exclusive. When you doing that?
Definitely. Just is about the right opportunity opening up. So in the meantime, I'm making the brand known by spreading it all over Atlanta because I go all over Atlanta. Barbershops. It takes me a whole day, you know what I'm saying, to run around and try to see all these shops. And I don't get to everybody because Atlanta's huge.
They show love out there, huh?
But they do show love. They show respect. You know what I'm saying? They don't treat you like, honestly, I get money off people I know mostly over here. Yeah. Right? I've introduced myself. I keep coming around. But you meet people over here, you try to sell them a smoothie, trying to be cool with them, like strangers, just like if they're walking by, like, you know, and they just mad rude.
Right.
In Atlanta, they're not like that. They'll actually stop in their tracks, hear what you got to say, and then be like, nah, I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't feel pressed for time, like, oh.
Yeah,
like,
todo mundo está apurado aquí.
Like, you know, they'll stop, they'll hear you, like, oh, sounds good, man, but I'm good for right now, man, but keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And they encourage you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like that, more or less, out there. You know what I'm saying?
Besides Atlanta, where do you like to go most? Like, what other state is like, because I'm assuming that Atlanta's like your second favorite besides Rhode Island. But after Atlanta, where else do you like to go? I mean, you get a lot of love.
I love Virginia.
VA?
In the CD game, I still got a bunch of clients in Virginia.
Nice.
Overall, the people there are cool. I've made friends, you know what I'm saying? And it's Virginia's dope, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, I like it, you know what I'm saying? I love to be there. But I've been to a lot of places that really intrigue me, that I want to go back. Texas got so many great places.
Yo, Texas is lit.
Austin, Texas is a dope-ass place. Every time I go, I imagine myself living there.
Yeah.
Like, every time I go, I just start imagining.
Yo, and the music scene out there is lit too.
Yeah, definitely. You know? And Houston was love. Houston is like so cool, and I think I could get a lot of money in Houston based on their attitude, because they showed love from the minute I touched down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gone there with the smoothies yet, but when I was out there with the CDs and stuff like that, just passing through, made money, you know what I'm saying? Had people like, you know, feed us, all type of shit, just off us showing up, you know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
being there.
You know what I mean?
That's fire. Do you provide like let's say if somebody wanted you to do like services for like an event or something like that, do you do that as well, or not really? You just
like catering type?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I do catering. I've done catering. I mean, I've done pop-ups with food.
Nice.
In Atlanta. They love the vegan food, you know what I mean? And that's the thing about Atlanta. Like, I'll go over there and make an event, promote it, and have people show up that I met the day before.
That's crazy. They really support.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you meet them, you talk to them, you give them the flyer. Yeah, I got this going on tomorrow. It's gonna be some vegan food and this and that. All right, we'll be there.
Yeah.
And they won't lie.
And they really show up.
And they really show up.
Out here, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna slide through.
They'll get dressed, they'll get all fly and everything and show up like, oh, shit.
That's love. That's
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I like Atlanta, you could almost do anything and it'll be successful. You know what I'm saying?
And then, you know, we got that swag too. We kind of different too. So, you know, they gravitate towards that. Because I remember when I was out there,
they always like something new.
Yeah, exactly.
Atlanta just embraces.
They be knowing too, because when I was out there, they're like, you from up north, right? They don't say New York. They're like, you from up north? And I was like, New York? Like, I'm from the city, nigga.
Right.
Yo, that's crazy. Now, back to the music. I got to ask you this. You know, everybody asks it on a podcast, but I got to ask it on my platform. Who are your top 5 dead or alive? But I'm going to switch it on you. It don't have to be only hip hop. It could be any genre of music. Who's your top 5?
I mean, if it's any genre of music,
yeah.
I mean,
you could say Prince, Michael Jackson.
Of course, Prince.
Yeah, we gotta say Prince. I already knew he was going.
Prince is,
and you got the purple on today.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, let's go.
Definitely Prince and Mike. You know what I'm saying? 2 of the top. You know what I'm saying? But
Goats.
Nas and KRS, G-Rap, Kim.
It's hard to do a 5, right? You're already at 6 right now.
I don't like to do a 5 because it's like there's something so dominant that I love about each person that is like the other person didn't have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't got this though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got this. You know what I mean? And it's like,
but wasn't it special back in the day? Like, this is why I miss buying CDs too when they used to drop, because like now music comes out like so much. Yeah. It's so much shit out. Like, but back in the day, we had to wait for releases, bro. Right, it was a whole different feeling.
Yeah, And I remember Big Daddy King going to the crib. I used to work at McDonald's in '88. Me and my boy both worked at McDonald's. We went and bought the tape after work and went to my crib and just sat there listening to it.
Yeah, you
saying?
really listen to it, like
that's
back
it.
to back
like
to
we
back.
wouldn't even talk to each other.
Yeah,
We'd just
facts.
be sitting there listening.
Yeah, bro, tuned in for real.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, we was definitely like, when it comes to the top, the best, like, you know, Slick Rick, you can, you know, like what he does, what is so amazing. You know what I'm saying? Has always been amazing. So
LL
like,
Cool J.
LL's consistency. He's always been super dope. It's hard to say what in particular is the LL thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he does get lyrical. He does get lyrical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gets a little bit street.
Got shit for the ladies.
He's the number one rapper for the females. Facts. You know, and I think Fabulous is number 2.
Remember Cannabis? Because 99% of your fans wear high heels. Yeah. Yo, that was an ill bar right there.
I was a Cannabis fan.
Yeah,
though.
He was nice,
so,
bro.
You know, I was a Cannabis fan, so I rocked with Cannabis for that whole beef. You know what I'm saying?
Now I gotta ask you this, because back to the CD game, right? People are really buying CDs. I can't fathom this shit, because I be giving my shit away. Like, I just give them away now, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, but what are they gonna do when you give it away?
You're right. There's no value on it now.
Are they gonna listen to it?
That's a fact.
I mean, are they? I'm asking you.
I feel like because nowadays you get that all the time. Well, as far as me, we used to sell CDs on the train. We talk about back in the day.
But you're not going to give away the CD unless you expected them to hear it.
I give it away for them. If they interested and they really want to, they're like, yo, I'll check it out. I'll give them the CD. Right, I don't just give it away that.
But this is what I'm saying. So you're giving it away, but there's people that want to hear some new hot shit on a CD.
Yeah.
There's people that know that the corner store sells it. There's people that walk to a corner store regularly. That go get gas at that same corner store and buy their cigarettes or their soda or whatever. And they see that the CDs are there. So it's not about a new clientele. We're talking about these are the same people that have been buying CDs
They're
for
faithful
10
to it.
years, 15 years. That they're just going to keep buying them because that's where they got their music source from. They don't want to go on the phone. The phone is a problem. Yeah. You know, you're listening to music, a notification turns the music down. Yeah. Somebody calls, you know what I'm saying?
When I'm driving, I hate that shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
That's a fact. What about, like, I seen you switched it up. I think you're one of the first to do that, if I'm not mistaken. The USB thing. Where you was putting music on a USB.
Yep, I still do it.
You still do that?
Yeah.
And then you put them in baggies too, right?
Yep.
Like some weed shit.
I was the first one to do that.
That's fire. I fucks with it.
I was the first one to do that. Sell the USBs and the baggies. And you know, a bunch of people were inspired by that. Yeah. Like my thing is to always change the game every time. So, you know, being the first is hard to do, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I have several firsts, you know. Right. So I was the first DJ to drop 10 mixtapes at a time. I was the first one. So it doesn't matter who you mention, Big Mike or anybody, DJ Clue, you mention anybody. Nobody dropped 10 mixtapes at a time. I did it for a whole year, every month. 10 mixtapes every month for a whole year.
He was working.
106 mixtapes in 07.
Jeez, he was in the fucking lab.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And what happened was all the other DJs that were in the mixtape game was like, yo, what the fuck? Who the hell is this Krook Rock?
Yeah.
Who the hell is this Krook Rock? Everywhere I go, I'm seeing Krook Rock and there's all type of shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So then they stepped their game up. So then they started doing it. And then some of them even went as far as doing 20 just to outdo me. Yeah. But without my inspiration, you wouldn't even get to do it.
You giving this game. I didn't even know that. Yo, let me ask you this. What's your favorite era of hip-hop? 80s, 90s, 2000s? What's your favorite era of all time? I like the 90s, me personally.
Well, it's different, you know, when you're a fan and when you're a practitioner. You know what I'm saying? So in the 90s, I was a rapper.
You was already spitting.
Rapping, I was doing shows, I was recording music. You know what I'm saying? So the feeling already is different. Being a creator recording your first songs, you know what I'm saying? Performing your songs, hearing your song on the radio for the first time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different feeling. That would be like a great feeling them days, you know, going to the Bronx and battling in Battle of the Bronx MCs.
Yeah.
Getting hated on because I was from Rhode Island, but they even thought I said Long Island.
Yeah,
they hated anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I got up there and I spit, it was like, oh, I got the most props.
Yeah, you got bars.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was the only one that came in Spanish. So there was still nobody Americanized rapping in Spanish. You know, you had like this dude came out back in the days, Mentirosa, Melo Mayonnaise, and you had Gerardo with Rico Suave and stuff like that. But there was no East Coast Spanish.
The Spanglish flow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit. So when I dropped and I came with the Spanish on a Black Moon beat,
that's crazy.
They ain't heard that. So they was like, oh, shit. And there was a bunch of Puerto Ricans in there. So everybody went crazy. I got mad props. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I already was standing out. This was 95. You
that's
know
what made you different.
This was 95. So you know that's a feeling right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm battling and I'm beating dudes first round, crowds cheering crazy for me. Like how, you know, them are the moments that give you that feeling. But the feeling of being a fan and hearing some of the music for the first time, you know what I'm saying?
For me, that was everything.
That was a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? That was different than being the feeling of now I'm rapping and having these great experiences as a rapper, you know.
Exactly.
You know, so I can't really say what's my favorite era. Is definitely late 80s to early 90s.
Yeah.
And then mid 90s as a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I really never loved it.
It started like just going in another direction more or less, right?
I mean, it became just mad commercialized. And,
finger snapping.
Money.
That's a quick commercial like a motherfucker.
You know, selling sex, selling alcohol.
No more knowledge, right? Because remember, they had the 5%ers and shit like that.
Well, you know, the labels, they know what they wanted to do. And they weren't going to put a budget behind the knowledge rappers. And then the DJs were getting hired to do beats for the BS rap. You know what I'm saying? So now the rappers who's kicking the knowledge ain't got the beats to make them dope. Because hip hop's still gonna rock with you if you're dope. If the beat's dope, they're gonna still rock with you.
Yeah.
But if your beats ain't dope because they're not letting, like, you know what I'm saying? Now they're saying that the producer's under contract, so he can't make a beat for you now because he's working with this label now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
perfect example, not to cut you off, but even with Nas, like they say, if he had better beat selection, he'll have way more hits.
Yeah, he got plenty of hits. So,
but you know what I mean.
The beat selection thing was an issue for him back in the days.
Yeah,
definitely. But I think in the past, 10 years, in the last 3.
Oh no, he stepped it up.
Last 6 albums
with the King's Disease shit. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Magic, 1, 2, 3, all that. All them joints is fire.
Yeah.
There's no whack beats on none of them joints.
That's
what I'm saying. I think that was a time where things was just different. The way he was, his career was being managed for him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they're giving you this producer and say pick from his beats,
that
you know what I'm saying?
Puts you like in a box.
Yeah. So but now he's more in control. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now speaking of that, if you could collaborate with any artist or producer, past or present, who would it be and why?
I mean, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. Like, I regret, and R.I.P. Shock G, Digital Underground. I really loved him. He was such a creative guy. A lot of people, like, he was overlooked as a great creator. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, I don't know if you know who they are, but they're the producers that were behind most of Janet Jackson's early hits and a bunch of other dope hits that they produced. These are the top of the top when it comes to production. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like that. And not even just regular producers, but bands. You know what I'm saying? Certain bands.
This is you actually playing instruments, not no Fruity Loop
right,
shit
yeah,
and
you know
all
what I'm
this
saying?
shit we got now.
Like, you know, so there's a lot of different, I don't even know where to start. Like Isaac Hayes.
Isaac
like,
Hayes. I was going to mention that
Like,
too.
man, if I could do some work with Isaac Hayes, you know what I'm saying? And
Crazy.
like,
These are legends.
right, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty. I think there's more dead people I would have liked to work with than people that's living. But you know, obviously, I definitely wouldn't mind working with like a Pete Rock.
Pete
You know what I'm
Rock,
saying?
yeah.
As far as production and stuff like that, Large Professor. You know what I'm saying?
Professor, that's crazy. You bringing it back.
Yeah,
Yo,
De-La.
How do you feel right now about the creative scene in Rhode Island at the moment where we're at now?
Well, we have always been creators. I will never say anything against the creative scene.
Gotcha.
We have always been creators, full of creativity, dope artists everywhere.
They call it the creative capital, right?
Yeah, man. This is one of the most talented places on earth, honestly.
Facts.
I'm really not exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? But having talent is one thing, you know, and God gave us all talent.
Yeah.
We all have talents. God gave us all the talent, you know. The problem is with people sticking to a purpose or recognizing their purpose, you know what I'm saying? So that they can do what's going to work for them. You know what I'm saying? And usually take sacrifice and dedication that a lot of people don't want to put in. So you might be a talented person creating some dope stuff at your house. And the problem is you're always at your house.
And you're not moving it.
You know what I'm saying?
Spreading the word.
You're not spreading it. You're not doing other aspects of the game that are necessary.
Exactly.
So do you got a professional photo shoot done? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a video? If you don't have a video, how about a website? Do you got a website?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
EPK.
An EPK, something, anything like that shows that you are a professional artist.
And putting money behind it. Hence, right now, a lot of these artists, they pop because they're putting the money behind it too.
Well, that's the whole thing. That we can all be artists, but we can't all have the money.
Yeah.
And some of us don't know how to get the money.
Exactly.
Some of us don't have the character. Because if somebody believes in you, then might invest in you.
Fund it.
But you have to show that you really about this life.
Exactly. Yeah,
and they can't believe you if you're never out and about doing the things that an artist would do. Getting on as many open mics as possible. Performing as many times as you can. There's no way that there's an open mic happening and you stayed home watching some BS.
Got a point.
You dig what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you have talent. You have to have heart. You have to have drive.
Dedication.
You have to have commitment, discipline. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of factors to it if you want to make it in this game.
When it's all said and done, what's the legacy that you hope to leave behind? Like, how do you want to be remembered?
Really is like, I don't think about things like that. Because I'm too focused on the things the greater things. So how can I tell you how I want to be remembered if I haven't accomplished the greatest things that I'm going to accomplish in life?
So you worried about the now. You ain't worried about when it's all said and done.
I'm worried about getting to that point where my vision was completed. You know what I'm saying? Where everything manifested. And now I could say, look, I did this. And it took me this long. And we established something that's going to change. You know, so my thing is creating a legacy for my family that will live on forever. You know what I'm saying? The Southside Smoothie brand, your business, you create something that belongs to you and will belong to your family when you're gone. So I make Southside Smoothie ill brand that franchises all over the country and stuff. And my family's going to keep getting money off that for generations. Because, you know, I would put the business in a trust. A trust, if it's in the trust, it cannot be sold. It can only be passed down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that means that the family will always possess it. It can never be sold to another entity outside the family.
Nobody's gonna come and take the shit over.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what I want to create. It's something that is not to me about the world knowing what I did, but for my great-great-grandkids to know exactly who I am.
I like it. See?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a legacy all in itself.
Right.
You feel what I'm
because
saying?
if your family knows who you are, knows your whole history and what you stood for, and that everything that they got was rooted in what I did, and okay, what did grandpa, great-great-great-grandpa do?
Yeah.
What is his story? Here's his book. Read it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the family, once you become a teenager, you got to read great-great-great-daddy Krook Rock's book. You know what I'm saying?
It's a must.
It's a must. It's part of the family tradition that they have to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to know what I stood for. And, you know, I'm a God-loving person.
I was going to say, just like the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
You know, so I follow Yeshua, you know what I'm saying? Which is called Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But we know that no person called Jesus ever existed because the letter J and that whole sound that they pronounce his name didn't exist in that time. The letter J has only like 500 years in existence. You know what I'm saying? So Yeshua is his name. So when people say in Jesus' name, but in the year 2000 years ago, there was no person called Jesus. J-E-S-U-S. You get what I'm saying? So translations by man, you know what I'm saying? But I follow the way.
Yeah.
Not Jesus as God. Right. Because Jesus wouldn't talk to God if he was God and he's asking God, why have you forsaken me? And he's saying, you know what I'm saying? The only way to the Father is through me. He's saying like he is the way. You know what I'm saying? I am the way. He says it. I am the way. Which is the way to what? To the Father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're living, you know what I'm saying, by the teachings and living the way, then you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to go to the Father. Not to Jesus. You're going to go through Jesus' guidance to get to the Father. You know what I'm saying?
So this game, knowledge, game. We talk about everything today. This is fire.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, because it's important that we be spiritually sound and know what things mean. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because Jesus himself never said he was God, but he did say, ye are gods. So that the people themselves were like God. You know what I'm saying? Right. And God did say he made man in his image. You know, so we carry the God particle. You know what I'm saying? Like we have God in us. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to tap into that energy. You know what I'm saying? But if you're toxic, if the food is toxic, if your mind is toxic, lost from consuming all the BS, then you're not going to be able to tap into that God energy with all this devil created things going through your body physically, mentally, and spiritually.
It's going to block all your blessings too.
And that's why, you know, the transition for me to go to Southside Smoothie, to start selling CMOS, because of the health benefits, because a healthy person is more spiritual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you consume more fruits, you are more spiritual.
Right.
Because the fruits are the original food of man. You know, that's why our teeth are flat and not sharp like a lion or a dog, who are meant to tear meat. And they have acids in their stomach that break that meat down like nothing, that we don't have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when we eat meat, it's not the same as when an animal eats meat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's harder on our digestive system.
And this is why a lot of people, they're going vegan nowadays and shit like that. You know, they hip now to all this shit. Because back then, a lot of people didn't know about all this stuff.
Well,
it was different.
People just follow what's being told to them because they trust. They trust their governments. They trust their leaders, the school systems. They trust that you would not be telling me a lie or telling me to do something that's actually going to destroy me. We wouldn't think that you would do that. We would think that you have your people's best interest.
Yeah. But pharmaceutical industry.
But we were wrong because they only have their
they need you on the meds.
You know what I'm saying? So us and plus,
legal drug dealers.
They want to control the population anyway. So get us sick so we could die and
that's how we got COVID.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey. You got any projects in the works right now as far as music?
I do got an album that I started as an EP, but then Rakim dropped an album that was very similar to what I was doing.
Nice.
Which it was called 7 Energy, which was gonna be 7 songs EP, and then he came out with The God EP, which was 7 songs. So it's like.
That's crazy.
It was like, almost around the same time.
That's wild, actually.
I'm like, dang, man, this is crazy. So
you sure you didn't talk to Rakim?
I mean,
he dropped that shit?
Even the songs, the length of the songs all ended with a 7. Like
that's
3
crazy.
minutes and 17 seconds, or 3 minutes and 27 seconds, or 2 minutes and 47 seconds. You know what I mean? Like it was 7 based, like everything was gonna be. And in each song, I said the number 7. At least once, you know what I'm saying? So I had the whole concept, and then he came up with it. And I'm like, now I'm just like turned off by doing it because hip hop is about originality, and I don't like to. Even if I started it before he came up with the shit, you know what I'm saying? I still think that hip hop is about originality. I don't want you to hear or see anything that I do that makes you think of somebody else's thing.
I respect it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
So you scrapping the project?
I'm just gonna add more songs.
Okay.
I'm adding more songs. Oh shoot! I'm adding more songs to make it a full album, and hopefully release it soon. But I got like singles that I'll probably be dropping that don't have nothing to do with the album.
Gotcha.
Because I'm a Latin international type artist, so I make different styles of music.
Right.
So this project is an actual hip hop traditional.
Bringing it back to the essence.
Bap, knowledge, lyrics, dope beats. But then I do dance music too. I do Spanish, merengue, mambo.
International flow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm always working on different type of stuff.
Right. You're always trying to switch it up.
I'm like growing as an artist.
Right. So
to just rap, I love rapping, but I just in general love music.
Right.
And I've practiced and come up with more ways of expressing myself musically. So, I want to try some of these things.
I like it.
What I mean?
What advice would you give to someone, especially young artists today, who want to break into the music business and succeed as an artist? What advice would you tell them?
To not to do it.
To not do music?
Yeah, get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go to trade school.
Stay in school.
Yeah,
read a book.
Right, yeah. Nah. This is a whack-ass dream. Now, if the person says, I have a mission and I have, a story and I want to reach the people, I have something to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I would tell them to get busy, to get to work, to, go find a producer that you and him could become best friends and you work only with the one producer so that you have your own sound. Gotcha. You're not jumping around because you got a beat from this one, you got a beat from that one, but they're all making beats that are similar.
Yeah.
Because some people will do a whole album, right? 10 different producers, but the album all sounds the same.
Exactly.
Not that it sounds the same, but it'll be like, it don't sound like it's 10 different producers.
Right.
Like, back in the days, if you had Pete Rock, a Premier beat, a Pete Rock beat,
Dr. Dre. That's their
Timbaland,
yeah.
Neptunes.
Yeah.
You knew there was a distinction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The vibe, everything.
And even when EPMD, you know what I'm saying? When rappers came out, Public Enemy, they had the Bomb Squad, which another group producer that was
Scholar Rock.
Scholar Rock and BDP. But the whole point is BDP, they had their own sound.
Yeah.
Because the production was coming from the same source.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you have production all coming from the same source, everything that you create is your sound.
And unique.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's important that artists need to do. Develop that sound before anything. You know what I'm saying? Stop hearing a sound, wanting to do that sound. Okay, a new sound came out. Oh, now it's drill music. I'm going to go do drill music. But you ain't drilling. You ain't living that life or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't busting no guns.
You know what I mean? So, no, get out of there. You know what I mean? But this is why traditional hip-hop would always live. If you just love music and make great music, jazz music ain't going nowhere. So when your music is hip-hop, soulful,
timeless music.
Is timeless. You're going to create some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? And people will be able to rock with it anywhere in the world.
Speaking of that, we're going to get into Album of the Week.
Album of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Album of the Week this week is I Hope You're Happy by Big X the Plug. You heard it yet? You don't fucks with Big X the Plug? I kind of like his style. I ain't going to lie.
He's all right. Bro.
Yeah, I fucks with him. Shout out to Big X the Plug, man. He's fire. We're going to get into Movie of the Week.
I heard it's good.
Movie of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Movie of the Week this week is Caught Stealing. They got Regina King, Zoe Kravitz, Bad Bunny's in it.
Word?
You into movies? I'm assuming, right? It goes hand in hand with music.
I like educational stuff. I like storylines. You know what I mean? It's about, I want to see the art in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to just see explosions, and I don't want to see fight scenes, especially when it's little girls kicking big men's butts.
Yeah. You want to see something
real.
real.
I don't want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Something you can feel.
Yeah, like I'm not a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Give me some real drama.
Word.
Give me a real storyline that'll.
I like movies like that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like autobiographies are always my favorite. Even though sometimes they fuck it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not always the whole way, but it's movies, right?
Yep.
Now we spoke about a lot of things. What's next for Krook Rock? Anything else you want to promote that I didn't cover or I might have missed?
I mean, it's hard to cover everything with me. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long career, long journey, 30-something years. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely stuff you're going to miss. Like I was in a group, you know what I'm saying? Bad Luck Crew. That's like the mid-90s. You know what I'm saying? Was like the last group that I was in before I was solo again. And we was known for rocking stages. Like, performing all over. And
did you ever go on tour?
I mean, we've been on tours, like not tours like, them big concert tours. I've been on club tours.
Okay.
Like I did the Midwest.
Like a promo run. Kind of thing, right?
In the Midwest. But when I first got signed, I was at a lot of events. You know what I'm saying? Like I opened up for Don Omar,
that's crazy.
Pitbull several times in Texas, you know what I'm saying? In New Mexico, Florida. I was backstage. I was meeting everybody, you know what I'm saying, when I first got signed. Daddy Yankee. Like I said, Pitbull.
Did you go overseas? Overseas at all? Europe and shit like that?
I've been to London, but not in performance. Yeah. But I performed in Mexico like 3, 4, 5 times.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of stuff out there in El Paso, Arizona,
Cali.
Mexico. Mexicans was fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Cali, I haven't actually performed in Cali. I've recorded out in Cali, but never actually performed out there.
Cali's lit too.
But yeah, I've been, Midwest, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, you know what I'm saying? Obviously all the New England states and shit, Virginia. I done showed up in places and performed at festivals, like just off the whim.
You ever done South by Southwest?
I did South by Southwest 5 years in a row.
Oh shit! I've never been. I want to go.
I went 3 times, and then the last 2 times I actually got paid to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you got to put in that work.
You got to be there.
You got to keep showing up, and people got to know that. Oh shoot, you really about this?
Yeah.
And any artist that's really about this life has to go to South by Southwest.
I know.
Anybody that's in the music business has to do that.
Yeah. A lot of artists get known from that shit too.
That's the baby was showing up in diapers.
Yeah, young Ma también. She was over there. I think she started buzzing crazy when she went over there to do shows and shit.
That's where it's at, man. You just believe in yourself, and then you do what you're supposed to do.
Word. Can people reach out to you to collaborate, like on future projects, or are you like selective on who you work with?
I'm kind of selective, but if you reach out to me and I hear what you're working with, and I could mess with it, then I'll rock with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but if I can't mess with it or I don't like it, then I'll suggest, how about you try my beat? You know what I'm saying? Because, to me it's about respect.
Yeah.
And if they respect me enough to want to collaborate with me, I'm going to respect them enough to try to give them something.
Oh, that's love.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, if their sound ain't right, I'll let them know what's not right.
So you don't downplay it. You try to make them improve. You try to improve them.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope.
I just let them know how I feel.
Once again, give it back.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people hate you for the same thing a lot of people love you for.
Right.
Because there's people that love you for being straight up because they know they're getting exactly what they think they're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like, oh, Krook is telling me one thing, but he's doing another thing. Or he acted like he was cool, but he don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it sounds all right, but the sound quality, you need to do better.
Step it up.
Your voice ain't mixed right. You know what I'm saying? Well, mix your voice.
Your flow ain't on point.
So I'll send them to Merc.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, my brother will mix that for you. Sound way better. You know what I'm saying? So I give them advice on what would improve whatever they got going on. You know what I'm saying? If they take the criticism or not. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like the criticism when you just keep it real with them.
I know. They take it offensive and shit.
one dude, you know what one rapper said to me, because I'm so straight up and so real, I don't beat around the bush.
What he said?
I dropped a mixtape called There's a Mic in My Soul, right? And he said, yo, Krook, what's up, man? Why you didn't put me on your mixtape? I said, yo, cuz your music ain't got no soul.
Oh, damn.
He's like, damn, Krook, oh, man, And
lo mandaste llorando para la casa.
Yeah, because
you better pick up that pen, start fucking writing some better shit.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Shit you can really feel.
If you're just talking drug dealer music, then why am I gonna what are you gonna do on my album?
Exactly.
Okay? So it's just stuff like that. And I've told other cats things that they took a certain way, and it's like, you asked my opinion, right? Why you want me to lie?
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me because it's not what you expected to hear.
I respect
you know what I'm saying? Be happy that I kept it real with you. And I'm not hating. Because they know I'm not hating because they ain't better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who it is. Everybody's nice. There's a lot of rappers, but I've been recording music way longer than anybody else over here. Period. Recording music. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about going to the studio and recording a track, I'm going to have more experience in that. And every time I bring someone in the studio with me, they learn. If you went to the studio with me and you're doing a track with me, you learned while you was there. You know what I'm saying? You got better as an artist. You recognized things that I taught you. You know what I'm saying?
That you didn't know before.
That you didn't recognize before. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's, and people love that. Where somebody might get mad, if they feel that, damn, he just helped me improve my shit. Like, now I got to think about this next time. You know what I'm saying? Well, even if it's something like teaching them breath control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how to catch a breath ahead of time.
Right.
Not wait till the actual word's going to come up. But if you had space one bar before, take a deeper breath that one bar before, because you're going to need it later.
These are things you learn through experience too.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm seeing the guy running out of breath and stuff like that, but then I'm listening and I hear that he has a space where he could take a breath and he's not doing it, you know what I'm saying? I send him back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real, because you could just let them spit that shit all fucked up too. You know what I mean?
don't want you to sound fucked up. And it's
trying to make them better.
And then it's my project.
Yeah.
So I want you to sound
at your
pretty
best.
much everybody sounded the best they ever sounded. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
And that's dope for me and for them. You know what I'm saying?
Can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
Of course. Even though there were regrets in life, there's things that, you know what I'm saying, if I had started it over, there's certain things that I wouldn't have done the way that I did.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you lose things in this world, in life. You lose things that you can't get back from the mistakes you make.
Especially time, right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a big one.
Time, relationships, money, you know what I'm saying? Like, opportunities. There's things that your mistakes cost you. You know what I'm saying? And I regret those, but I regret them in the sense of don't forget that you made that mistake so that you don't make it again.
That's the point right there.
It's not about living with a regret that causes you to live in a doubt, or you know what I'm saying, or just thinking that you didn't make it because of that. No, that was something that you're supposed to learn from.
It was supposed to happen.
It's supposed to happen so you could learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And then move on, but not to let it hold you and always think that every time you don't make it, you're thinking about these past things that you did, that's the reason why you're still paying. You know what I'm saying?
Like they say, you can't live in the past. It's already done. You know what I'm saying? You got to just move on from it.
Trauma is BS. You know what I'm saying? It's people that don't have God.
That's what I was saying. The Bible says that a lot.
If you're still stressing something that happened to you years ago, God is not in your life. Don't lie to nobody, especially yourself. Because a person that's full of love, God's love, is not stressing some negative thing that happened.
Ya lo que pasó, pasó. They say in Spanish.
You're looking for new opportunities. You're looking for the new blessings that God has laid down for you. By you always stressing something that happened in the past, you're bypassing the new blessings.
You're blocking them.
You know what I mean?
You're blocking your blessings.
So you know, I think that, you know, people need to focus on a new journey all the time. Always thinking about building yourself up from within, educating yourself in finances, you know what I'm saying? Educating yourself in communication, knowing how to talk to people better, understanding people, being more patient in dealing with people when you feel offended, when someone says something that you didn't like. Learn how to just shut up and think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, right?
Yeah, you know, and listen to yourself before you say the shit you're about to say. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, any advice that you would give to those out there who may be experiencing the same situations that you went through or are going through now?
I mean, you know, I've been through stuff in the street from not being focused on what my true talents were. So when you have talents, don't ignore your talents, man. And don't get distracted by what other people are trying to do in the streets. And nothing is cooler than you making it in this world. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to put you in a better position than you put yourself in through discipline, through hard work, through patience, you know, and ignoring distractions and negative people that might think negative things every day and trying to do negative things. You don't need to be around them. So I messed up in life early on by being around people that didn't have more ideas than me, didn't have more dreams than me. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have more talents than me. And I'm hanging around these people, coming around them every day.
Culo cagao and
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why was I hanging with these people?
Wasted time.
Like, you want to be around people who are motivated too, that want to do things that, you know, hold you accountable if you're slacking.
Like right now, you put me onto mad shit today.
Word.
You gave me game.
That's, you know, most podcasts that I go on, that's how they feel. And, and it should be that way. It should be that way. Each one teach one. And, you know, if I put you on the game, that means I put your listeners on the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and hopefully they'll put somebody else on.
And that's what we do here. We're here to inspire others because this is a motivational platform. You know what I mean? We're not with the clickbait and all that stupid shit. We want to give inspiration through your story and what you've been through. You know, maybe somebody watching us be like, yo, like you said, each one, I learned. from this podcast episode,
right.
and that's the main goal. Any
Right.
last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention before we sign off?
Oh man, every first and third Fridays at D Spot in Providence, 404 Broad Street, we do Freestyle Fridays or Freestyle Rap Live, which is aired live on YouTube every first and third Fridays. You can go to YouTube right now, Freestyle Rap Live, all one word, and we have like freaking 20, 30 different freestyles, like over an hour long, of multiple artists on original beats. You know what I'm saying? And so we invite all rappers, singers, anybody, just come vibe out. It's like, it's free. It's just artists hanging out and producers and playing beats, and we're just taking turns rapping and just, kicking it. It's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? If you got nothing to do on a Friday, first and third of the month, go to D Spot from 9 to 11 p.m. and let's rock out. You know what I'm saying?
And catch a vibe.
Catch a crazy vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's always a vibe. Everybody's always like on another level by the time we wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's always flying.
They ready for the next one.
Because it's therapy. It's therapy when you can just go let it all out.
And you need that. Everybody's always hiding, like
That's
in the crib
saying.
nowadays.
This is the best therapy. Instead of being stressed out, like we all wake up the next day ready to face it. You know what I'm saying? Because we done got it all off our chest. So now we're just ready to get into the groove. And make things happen. Like not be sitting there thinking about problems or whatever. Everybody talks about the problems.
Que se lo lleve el viento, ahora.
We talk about that at night on the mic and we let it go, and everybody listens to us, supports us, encourages us. We each encourage each other. Everybody feels good, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's another aspect of MC and hip hop that is actually therapeutic and that's why we're there every first and third Friday.
Make sure y'all show up and show out.
For free. We do this for free. And then it streams on YouTube, so you can show all your friends and family, put it on the smart TV in the crib.
That's fire.
You know what I mean? And
sort of like that. You seen that One Train Cypher that they're doing right now?
The Train?
They're doing a cypher. They have a whole page. It's called the One Train Cypher. So they get on the one line in New York, and they got mad people that be spitting. Check it out. It's fire. It's fire. Yeah, some new shit they got. And it's buzzing too. It's buzzing.
Hey, man, hip hop is doing a lot right now. Hip hop has gone a long way. Even though the radio stuff, the commercial side of it is trash, hip hop in general, hip hop is in a great space.
Oh, yeah.
There's more independence. Back again, artists are independent and they're making money and they're touring independently. There's independent podcasts, rappers from back in the days that found a way to keep contributing to the culture by telling stories. It goes on and on. Hip hop is very healthy right now. You know what I'm saying? The fashion industry,
haircuts,
all the independent clothing brands. You know what I'm saying? That have popped up. Like, it used to be just FUBU and Rockaway and this and that. It was only like them famous hip hop lines. Now it's like every city got like 3, 4, 5.
And Nietzsche.
You know what I'm saying?
Nietzsche. Jabot. I had a Jabot jeans with the straps on the shit.
I might have one pair of Jabots.
I had a few. I go so mad weed for that shit, but yo, Krook Rock, man, I can't thank you enough.
Peace. Appreciate you definitely, and
salute, man.
We gotta run it back again in a couple months or whatever.
Oh yeah, we definitely. Yo, you locked in. One of many more is what I say. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is episode 111.
Exactly. The Jmack Experience Podcast, episode 111. Krook Rock came through, shut it fucking down. Shout outs to Conversation Studio. Shout outs to Organic Vibes, Southside Smoothie. Shout outs to Black Sheep CMOS. And shout outs to Vitamin Energy. You already know what it is. We're signing out. Gah!
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.
What's good, everybody? We've been having a crazy year. I want to shout out our newest sponsor, Spaced Out Snacks. Make sure you contact them for all your edible treats. And I also want to shout out Dead Time Clothing Brand for the official fit. If you want quality, make sure you hit them up to get fresh. You already know the Jmack Experience Podcast. We're signing out.